Okay, I am super excited to show you the new development of Wolf Willow today. Now, it's under construction, so I'm not going to show you everything. We're not going to go on a long extended walk around the neighborhood. Maybe I'll do that when it's completed. But for now, I want to point out a few things that I think are fantastic about this neighborhood going up. I'm super excited. First plus one is this pathway leading into the neighborhood along 194th Avenue in Southeast Calgary. This is actually a pathway on both sides of the road. You can see someone jogging on that one on that side. And this leads directly to the river pathway. So huge plus one for that. Shops are great, but I'm gonna give a -2 for this just because look how much parking lot there is for these just 3 buildings here. Not fantastic, could do a lot better. +1 for this great example that density doesn't necessarily mean you cannot have a car. These row homes all have 2-car garages in the back. What I think is important is that you have the opportunity to not own a car if you don't want to own a car, or if it's just more convenient for you not to. Something that draws me particularly to Wolf Willow is not the construction noise, but that there is this little jumping off point, or in this case, a jumping on point for the multi-use pathway. I wish it was a little bit more clear that that's where cyclists can get on and on the other side get off of the multi-use pathway. But I think cyclists will know what they're looking for. And then this way, when they get onto a more main road, they have a pathway to use and they have an easy jumping off point, unlike what we saw in Marlborough Park. I don't know, I don't think this deserves a -2, but I do wish this transition was a little prettier. Here's another big +1. Now, it might look here like, oh, I have to walk a little further away in order to get to the crosswalk. But this is actually great. It creates more visibility for pedestrians when crossing the street, because instead of turning right beside where the pedestrians are crossing, you're actually turning into where the pedestrians are crossing, which sounds awful, but trust me, it works. Here's a little diagram to demonstrate the improved visibility. So I definitely overpromised and underdelivered on that. So let me explain it this way. Your eyes are on the front of your head. It is easier, much easier to see things in front of you than beside you. Another +1 is that this little jutting out here forces people to park away from the crosswalk, making it significantly more visible for motorists when coming upon walkers and wheelers looking to cross the street. One last thing that I think is really important to highlight, and this gets a huge +1, is the width of the sidewalks. Look at my feet compared to the width of this sidewalk. It's over there, and it's over there too. This is a wide sidewalk. Compare that with my feet on this sidewalk up the street. Yep, it's a lot smaller. It's a big difference. This main road coming in is still pretty wide, but I hope that just means they're going to paint a bike lane in. So obviously it took me a hot second to get this video out, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe and especially do something similar in your neighborhood. Figure out what things you like, what things you don't like, and what things you might choose to improve. And think of the simple things. It doesn't have to be like, let's build a train. It can be small.